know about life overseas as a black Christian missionary. Talking about relationships, God, fashion, and everything in between. Together, learning about a new culture and how they love. I'll take care of you, you take care of me, then everyone is taken care of. On Young Family, it's Lady A. You're watching MKJTV. You're watching MKJTV. On Young Family, it's Lady A. You're watching MKJTV. You're watching MKJTV. It's Avatar Teachers, really nice to meet ya. It's Avatar Teachers, really nice to meet ya. How you doing? It's Avatar Teachers, really nice to meet ya. It's Avatar Teachers, really nice to meet ya. On Young Family, it's Lady A. You're watching MKJTV. You're watching MKJTV.
Annyeong! Hey guys, how are you? You've tuned into MKJTV and it is I, Lady A. Welcome to the channel. If you're a visitor, come in, make yourself comfy right on that couch back there. If you're a regular, hey boo hey, y'all know how we do. And yeah, I'm happy to see everyone. I did talk about Game of Thrones. I didn't. Game of Thrones was the worst finale ever. Like, boo! If I had more thumbs, they will all be down. Like, the episode 10, I think, was the finale. Episode 9, that should have been the finale. Oh my gosh, like, it was so much, like, dude's hand, and it was crazy. It was so crazy. And I remember thinking, like, okay, now, if next week is the finale, how are they going to tie all of these loose ends? Because you guys know Game of Thrones has, like, 80 characters, and they all have their own, like, plot and storyline going. But I was like, I don't know how they're going to tie all that up. And you know what? It was terrible. It was just like, oh, you guys are probably wondering what's going to happen to them. Here you go. It was the worst ever. There was no cliffhangers. Like, there was no nothing. It was just like, really? Come on, guy. Like, now, Scandal, that finale, Dad? Oh, my, I can't even, that would be a whole other video. I miss making my open letters. I was actually thinking of doing, what do they call it? Fan writing. So, like, writing out different scenarios every week of things that could happen. I was thinking of doing that. I don't know. Since I'll be at home for a few months, maybe I'll hop into that, and that'll keep me busy. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should write short stories for Scandal? If you guys are visitors, then you don't know. If you guys are regulars and not on my Facebook, then you don't know. But I write open letters, and so I do open letters after every show. It's kind of like my own review, but it's literally like a letter to the characters, like they're for real, and I talk about the stuff they did and what they're wearing, and blah blah blah. Anyway, a lot of you guys have really enjoyed it, so I was thinking of yeah, doing a couple of episodes of Scandal since I'm in withdrawal like all the other gladiators. I'm so in withdrawal right now. Oh, and I didn't explain my hair. My kids were like, teacher, you cut your hair. I was like, no, it's just, so basically what I have going on, I have 2 strand twists today. It's up in a ponytail today because when I let it down, it's going to be curly. So I just put it up, I washed it, and then 2 strand twisted it, and then put it on some curlers, and then I took the curlers off. So I will hopefully make a video with it down. So anyway, case of the exes. I'm just gonna just hop right into it. So there was this guy that I can't even, if there was a word beyond chemistry, that's what him and I had. And we never slept together. We never kissed. We never did more than hug. And it was so crazy. Like, the energy from day one, like literally from day one, knocked me over. Like, knocked me. Matter of fact, if you guys are Scandal watchers, the scene in Scandal where she's like, okay, explain to me why you're about to, this is season 1, episode 6, the trail. When they're standing in the hall, in the corridor, and he just tells Sai, you need to fire her, da 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 da. And then she overhears him and walks off, and then they bump into each other in the hallway. And she's like, tell me one good reason why did you fire me, da 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 da. And literally, if you look at him, if you go back and watch the episode, he literally has to take a step back because it's that intense between them. That's exactly what we have. Crazy. And have had it for years. I'm going on like what? 9 years now. Crazy. He is older, which is, you guys know I have a soft spot for older men. Woo, love me some older guys. So I have a soft spot for older men, but I mean, he's older, he's an engineer, very intelligent, and this is gonna sound really weird. Like, my girlfriends who've seen it, they already know. Like, my girlfriends back home, they know exactly the deal, but it's hard to explain, so I'm gonna explain it. Don't laugh though. So he talks to me in poems, literally, but they're not poems like roses are red, violets are blue. They're poems like I can't, it's some, he would say some, I'm just off the top of my head, he would say something like, the energy between, I can't even, because I can't say it with a straight face, and I don't want to give it away, because we do have mutual friends who don't know that we have this going on. That's the other thing. It's been totally behind the scenes, and like, it's kind of sort of a forbidden situation because of our friends. Like, we know the same people, and so anytime I was single, he wasn't, and vice versa. So at one point we were both single, because I'm trying to hit the highlights, because obviously it's 9 years worth of craziness. So we were both single, and then I don't know, we were kind of like, should we pursue this, should we not? We have a really good thing. Like, we would have weekly rendezvous. We had a place that we would meet for lunch, and he would come in his uniform. He was in the military at the time, but not like a soldier. He was like an engineer, blah 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 something. Anyway, he would come in his uniform, and I would just be like, oh my god, why are you so fine? Why, Lord, why? But and we would meet, and we would literally talk about every aspect of life together, like if we were together. And like, we could do this, we were planning on purchasing, actually the place that we were at, we had talked to the manager or whatever, we were actually going to buy that place together. So it was pretty intense and pretty deep. And man, I've just never met anyone to this day, I've never met anyone that like peeled into my intellect, through my soul, and like saw me, all of me, and then was still, even though he had access to everything, he still treated me like I was a mystery, and like he was just so fascinated with it. He's not an actor. Like, if so, that's a great act for 9 years, dude. Like, seriously. Okay, so anyway, let's fast forward. One day, at the open mic night that I hosted, it's like a poetry. For those of you who don't know, open mic, it's like smoky bar, jazz, neo soul, lots of poems. Yeah, so I used to host one, and I used to manage a band that played at that. So that's how and he also, well, actually, he was the host. I just kind of was behind the scenes. So I would say I would host the entertainment. I guess you could kind of sort of say that. So anyway, he was MIA, and I was just like, that's really weird. I don't know, like, how you just disappeared like that or whatever. How about dude shows up married? Like, straight up, like, oh, by the way. And I was like, so this is where you've been for 6 months. Awesome. Matter of fact, bring the champagne. Live it up. Congratulations. Don't ever call me again. But I'm one of those females, like, I'm not going to get angry with you, and I'm not going to, like, throw things across the room. I'm just going to let you live with the decision you make, because I am the best thing that has ever happened to you. And so now you have to live without me, and you have yourself to hate for the rest of your life for that. So, of course, and then he like came up behind me and was like, don't turn around, which is our inside thing, because that's kind of how we met. It's like, he was like, don't turn around, I just wanted you to know, you know, da da da. So anyway, he's like, you know, don't turn around. I know that I have so much to explain, and I know that there's so much more than I can say. Just know that she will never replace you. And which was even worse, I was like, put in the dagger, why don't you? Matter of fact, take all two. So, fast forward, I completely stopped talking to him, because I do not do married. No. I love the institution of marriage. I love what marriage stands for. I love what marriage could mean, right? So, fast forward, I stopped talking and I left the country. I came over here. And, he sought me out after I had been here for like 2 years, and I was just like, how's life? What? So my response was, grand. How's your marriage? Like, because I can't do that. I'm just not that person. And fast forward, they got a divorce, so he's divorced now, and it was like time never stopped. We just fell right back into it. And I always hated myself because even though we never slept together, I always felt like, why do I remain emotionally available for this man? Because ultimately, he's older, established, fly, smart. Like, he's that guy. Sir, if you really wanted me, if you really wanted to hop on board, you could have been put that together. Like, seriously, you could have made that happen. And for me, I'm an easygoing chick. It would have been nothing but for him to say, let's see what's down this road. That's all I require. You didn't have to like rope the moon and stars. I'm getting those on my own. So I always hate that I answer him. I always hate that I listen to his what he's doing in life. I hate that I give him advice and then he tells me how the other advice I've given him has prospered him. And I hate that I'm the emotional wife. I hate that. I really, really do, because I feel like I'm selling myself short because he gets the cow, so to speak, or the milk without buying the cow. So, but him, it's just him. Any other guy, I'm like, get out of here. Like, but there's, I don't know, ladies. I don't know. There's just seems to be that one. Every girl has that one guy. And I told him, and I don't know if you guys have seen me, whenever I wax poetic and put things on Facebook, it's usually about him. And so, like, it feels like he took my heart while I wasn't looking and stuffed it in his back pocket and, like, walked away with it. But nobody told me. I'm going to need you to give that back. I'm going to need you to give that back. The thing is, he has no intention of giving it back, and I don't have the courage to ask for it back, because me picturing a life without him as an entity, it doesn't feel empty. I mean, obviously life would go on, but there's a certain excitement there. There's a certain ambiguity, and I don't know, it's always fresh and it's always new because it never went anywhere, if that makes sense. So, I have a bad case of the exes. And technically he's not an ex because we were never together. We never dated officially or anything like that. But I feel like some situations don't have a title. Like, you can't say boyfriend or husband or whatever, although he carried that title for someone else. I feel like he still feels like an ex. So, ladies, I'm talking to myself at this point because, you know, I'm going back home. And I left out the part where this guy, this was when him and I, we lived in a different state together. This guy literally moved when I was in Korea. He literally moved 15 minutes from my parents. Like, really? You wait till I leave the country to be in my backyard? What? Who does that? So I have to go back home, and I can't avoid telling him I'm at home. Like, eventually it's gonna get out because we know so many of the same people that I'm gonna be at home, and I'm gonna be at home for a long time. And he was a little upset that I didn't reach out to him when my sister passed, but I didn't reach out to anybody. I was just I still am trying to figure that out. So I didn't reach out to anyone, and I just felt like who he is to me, if he would not have delivered what I didn't even know that I needed, then I would have just, because I was just in a funky place. So I didn't reach out to him. So it was a little hard that I didn't reach out. So now that I'm going home, I'm like, maybe I'll be so busy that I won't see him. And that's the other crazy thing. I could go months, and this is just our relationship. I could go months without talking to him, and I will think about him like half a second. I'll dream about him, and there he is on my Facebook, like, or my email, like, hi soul, how are you? Really? Really? You have my heart walking around with it outside my body, like, just chilling, and then you just gonna say hi? Really? And then after I play hard to get for a week or two, then he's like, girl, stop playing. And then it's right back to, like, no love lost. So, guys, I need y'all to pray for me. Okay, first of all, pray that I keep these cookies frozen. Like, I'm just being honest. And not that, oh no, he's tempting because he's fine. He's just fine. I don't know any other word. He's just fine. And so, and he's aging oh so well. Jesus. He's super in shape and just, whoa. So it's been a while for me. I've been single for quite a while. And so being in that close proximity to that type of energy, and then we both aren't tied to anyone right now, that could potentially be dangerous. So pray for me on that. Pray that I keep these cookies just under wrap, because I have so much on the line, and I would hate for like days and hours of passion to uproot, you know, things that I have going for my future. So definitely don't want that to happen. And then I need to keep my emotional cookies as well, not just physical. And that's probably, those are the ones I'm really concerned about, because even if nothing ever happened, just us being in the same room. Do you guys see the movie Hitch? Like, they'd be in the same room and everything would like start to get hot and popcorn be, that's it. And I don't want to emotionally commit suicide with this guy. Don't want to, because I have a bad case of the exes. I'm just being for real. I don't got the answers on this video. This video, I'm just being straight up 100 with you guys. Like, I have a bad case of the exes. And what is it about some guys that can just get under your skin and you're just like, I hate the woman you're making me be right now. And I've never been like a jealous or crazy person, female. That's just not me. But I've definitely been emotionally strung out where like that person just holds way too much weight and way too much. And I don't even realize that I've adjusted my life for them, and I have. And that's dangerous, man. I'm scared of that Avery, because that Avery, oh, Shondo, that Avery, she's a beast when she's out. She's, whoa, like swinging from the chandeliers beast. Like, I would consider Japanese and the octopus for that Avery. True story. So yeah, y'all, pray for me. Like, and I made this video because he just messaged me, and I was just thinking, like, because I just decided to go home for like 4 months, and so I'm getting my schedule together and putting together a calendar, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be home. And he like crossed my mind, and kid you not, like by the end of the day, it was like, poke, really? Don't poke me in public, sir, on Facebook. So yeah, got a case of the exes. So ladies, if y'all are out there, and or even fellas, some women have wormed their way into your heart, and even though you could be, I found for guys, they could actually be in relationships with other people, still reaching out to you because you are under their skin. And the human soul is a powerful thing, man. Like when you get connected and it's a soul tie or whatever you want to call it. I use that term loosely because certain people say it and it means something different, but I'm saying when you've interconnected with somebody and like they're in your soul, whew, that's a dangerous thing if y'all aren't on the same playing field. So anyway, got a case of the exes, man. I just do. And also, I think another thing, what is it about guys, like when you've moved on, when you're doing your thing, all of a sudden they want to get their lives together and reach out to you like, why didn't it work? Because right now you're a grown man, but then you were like a 10-year-old boy. We're not on the same page, sir. No, we're not. We weren't then, and we definitely not now, because even though you're successful and I'm successful, you coming to me like, I had something to do with it. No, that was you. And I need you to take responsibility for that before we could ever even move on forward. So I don't know what it is. My exes are popping up out the blue. The only ex that I'm really, really chill with is David. And I told you guys about him. Phenomenal. And I would go as far as to say it was my first love. Like we were getting married and everything. Like for real. Like as in, oh, let's talk to the parents. And unfortunately things didn't work out, but we're still very, very close. I wish him well, and he's in a relationship with another woman, and shout outs to him. I hope that works. But I will definitely tell my grandkids about, whether they're his grandkids or not. So yes, dude, like I don't know what it is, like my exes are popping up everywhere, and I'm like, God, is this a sign? What's happening? What is happening? So whew, pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. I just spent 18 minutes talking to myself about myself. So Yeah, man, I got a bad case of the exes. So this is what I'm going to do, though. I am going to keep my cookies. And Christmas is rolling around, which definitely, whoa. If anybody gives cookies away, it's ladies during Christmas. We give all sorts of Christmas cookies. Reindeer cookies. What's his name? Rudolph cookies. We give red light specials. Yes, we get it in the holidays. Because, it's the holidays. You're emotionally open. And, yeah. So, it's the holidays. And I'm stateside. It's a little bit easy to do overseas. But, yes, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to be living proof that you can totally keep your cookies, enjoy being single, and keep your emotional cookies too. I'm definitely going to pray up, read some more word. I'm going to spend some extra double time reading and praying. Keep my cookies together. With the Lord, all things are possible. Hallelujah. So, okay, I hope you guys are well. I hope I get some honest women who comment on the bottom of this case of the exes. Oh, side note, if your ex is whack, like my issue is that my exes weren't whack. It just didn't work out, be it time or, something out of my control. But if your exes are whack, when they come to call him, don't answer. When they roll up on you, hit them with the, do I know you? That's the do I know you face? I don't think so. And you look kind of weird. Like, oh, wait. Like, you need to just dismiss them. Whatever it is, and if they're your ex and you know their weak spot, whatever it is that hurts them, boom, get them with the 1-2 jab and keep it moving. Because self-preservation is the name of the game. You have got to stay on top of that. And why go backwards? Don't go backwards. You don't want to backpedal. You don't want to relive history. You already know how that goes. So, if you have a case of those kind of exes, you need to take medicine for that right away. That's not a good look. So anyway, all right, ladies and gents. Yeah, this was kind of a message for the ladies today. Yes, I will keep you guys up to date with Mr. Mystery. We'll call him Mr. Mystery. So I'll keep you guys up to date with Mr. Mystery. Maybe he will finally step up to the plates and do something about me being fly. And that's the other thing. How is it that men break up with us? I promise I'm closing this video. Men break up with us. Men move on. And, sir, you have the audacity to be upset that I've moved on? What is that? What is that? Oh, I can't believe you left me, man. You just didn't even consider how I would be without you. Then you should have come with me. I told you where I was going. I told you how I was going to get there. I told you what time I was leaving. You chose not to be around. Like, what is that? How do guys do that? Like, I'm not your personal property. You don't get to put me on the shelf and leave me hanging and get mad when somebody else takes me down to play with me. Like, get out of here. And I don't mean physically play with me. I mean interact with me is what I'm saying. Dude, like, who does that? Men are just crazy. Men are definitely from Mars. And we are definitely from Venus. And Venus is definitely the superior planet, obviously. So, yes, man. Shout out to you, ladies. I'm proud of you. Continue to trudge through the case of the exes. And if you don't have a case of the exes, consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself lucky. And don't let them guilt trip you, girl. If you've made it out unscathed and you are living life and moving on, even whether you're single or dating, whatever, do not let your ex pull a guilt trip on you and have you thinking back and distracting you. Live where you are right now. I'm talking to myself too. Live where you at, do what you do, and keep on doing it. Because unless they're willing to be a man, like that's their job, is to be a man. So unless they're willing to be a man and hop on board with what you're doing and carry out their manly duties, even if it's just pursuing where you're at, then you need to tell them pieces. Deuce, I can't. You just need to stick to your guns. Oh, this is another thing. It's okay to verbally say, I don't want to play games with you. This is where I am. I'm not saying pour your whole heart out. I want to have 8.5 kids. No. What I'm saying is, it is very, very wise of you as a woman to say, listen, this is what I would like. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm expecting of you. And if you're not at a place where you can do that right now, that's fine. No love lost. Let's just not waste each other's time. Like, I think that's important as a woman to say, especially if you're entertaining an ex and you're actually entertaining the idea of reconnecting with them and getting back together with them. You need to be very, very clear and straightforward about what you want and what you're expecting. Because if not, and you guys are on two different pages of an already torn book, that's not gonna end well. It's gonna be a lot of heartache, and you're gonna be like, I can't believe I wasted my time, and what was I doing the first time? And da, da, da. So you really need to be careful. If you're gonna backtrack, it needs to be worth it. It definitely needs to be worth it. You need to be very clear. You need to set boundaries, and don't let sex jack you up. Sex will cloud all sorts of vision, especially if his sex is good. Shondo, saints, woo! If his sex is good, you're not gonna be thinking clearly. You're gonna be thinking about, do I have to go to work today? Do you have to go to work today? Can we take the day off? Sex will have you, good sex, I have you seeing cross-eyed. Yes, Lord. And I mean that physically and emotionally. So you won't make sound decisions for your life. And that's ultimately what you need to always be in a place that you can do. Making sound decisions for your life. So that's my heart for you guys. That's my prayer for you guys and girls, is that you make sound decisions for your life, and that no man or woman will distract you from doing that and ruin your clarity. Like, keep your vision, keep your focus, and get to where you gotta go. So till next time, folks, this has been a case of the exes. No, I'm just kidding. Till next time, I love you to life, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Annyeong. Bye.